Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to. This was going to be an NFL 101 episode, but this might be just a generic football episode. Um, you know, this might not shock any of you, but sometimes me and Nathan, just for quality control, watch through the podcast episodes after we record them or after we stream them, just to make sure we're saying things and we're doing stuff. And Nathan sometimes edits them, so he'll take certain. If there's a blooper, he'll take them out. If there's certain things that we don't want you guys to, we don't believe in, we said something that we no longer believe in, or something like that. Um, well, we are either able to edit them out, or in a later episode of the podcast, we'll talk about them. So, in the latest episode of the podcast, when I'm recording this, as relative to when I'm recording this, I should say, um, I mentioned the term viable starter, and you know what? I think this is gonna be an NFL 101 episode. So, welcome to NFL 101 episode 26. I usually say that at the top, um, but now I was undecided before, but now welcome to NFL 101 episode 26. Now that I've officially decided. So when I said the term viable starter, what I mean is you can draft a player or you can sign a player, and there is little to no hope of them ever being a starter at their position, whether that's quarterback, whether that's receiver, whether that's running back, whether that's you know safety. Pick your NFL position, and it will be, uh, and they will not start at the position. Now, sometimes a player will switch from one position to another. They'll go from running back to receiver. They'll go from quarterback to tight end, like Travis Kelsey did. Travis Kelsey initially, excuse me, was a quarterback, but then he started. Excuse me, but then as he developed in his NFL career, well, his football career overall, he decided to become a tight end, and that's what Kelsey has drafted him as, or that's what Kelsey drafted him as, but all the way back in 2013, and that's what he's played as since Kansas City has had him, with two or three plays that where he's passed the ball forward and it looked bad, or he's lateraled the ball to certain players, and it's either been a good play or a good play that was canceled out by a penalty. Um, so sometimes players, in order to become viable starters, have to switch their positions. Other times, like with the seventh round pick of the Chiefs in this last draft, Garrett Niesemeyer, or Nussmeyer, however you say his name, because I'm still not sure. Um, they'll sit behind a starter or a starter and the backup, or just the starter for several years, and learn and become a viable starter, or at the very least a viable backup to whichever team they go to. Uh, so I personally think that Niesmeyer will be a well, at the very least, be a viable backup come the NFL season, or come his third year in the NFL. He'll be a viable backup that the Chiefs might trade for a mid round pick. Um, and then sometimes it's not just a draft pick. Sometimes, like Aaron Rodgers, um, the team drafts them and they don't sit back for several years, because the starter at their position is just that good that the team will start that player. And sometimes it's not a draft pick. Sometimes the Chiefs picked up quarterback Justin Fields. And as me and Nathan said on the podcast, he has been on some teams that either didn't invest in his future or were bad or both. The Steelers did not invest in Justin Fields' future. The Bears were a terrible team when he was on them, and they didn't invest in his future. The Jets are just the Jets. They're a terrible team. So, that's it. This is a bit of a shorter NFL 101 episode, but y'all, that's where I'm going to leave it. That is what a viable starter looks like, is whether they are starting right away, starting after the previous star at their position left, or starting after being traded, or starting on another different team. That's what they look like. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode there. See you guys later.